story yesterday and one of the most read all year, in fact. The police chief in Republic, Washington, who says he won't be enforcing new gun regulations passed by voters in Initiative 1639. We are continuing coverage now on that story with a look at what really happened with the vote and what happens next with the law. I-1639 tightened Washington's gun laws by raising the purchase age for semi-automatic rifles to 21, increasing background checks, and tightening gun storage requirements. Our Hawk Hammer working for you tonight. And Hawk, you dug through some of the state election results because one of the arguments against the initiative is that Eastern Washington laws are being decided on the west side of the state.
Well, certainly there was an overwhelming response to that article you mentioned just a minute ago, and you can still find that article on our website or our KXLY4 Facebook. There were a ton of comments to it. But to address the question as to who voted for this initiative, well, it wasn't just Seattle area residents who helped it pass. There were plenty of Eastern Washington residents who voted yes as well. More, though, did say no. Take a look. Here's the breakdown, county by county, of all the votes for Initiative 1639, and it passed overwhelmingly. Coastal Puget Sound, Washington, certainly single-minded in its support of increased gun legislation, but once you head east, you do hit a wall of opposition. But that wall isn't solid. You can see here, those saying Eastern Washington is resolute county to county in its stance should take note that Spokane County and Whitman County went the opposite way. Spokane County saw just over a 1.5 percentage point difference between yeses and nos, though. Whitman County almost 7. To argue that big cities spoke for rural Washington would be a more accurate statement. If you take just our half of the state, 72,000 more people voted no on 1639 than supported it. One of the areas against was Republic in Ferry County, a county that saw just over 2,500 votes against the measure. Much to the applause of many commenters on KXLY's Facebook page, the police chief of Republic is saying it's not about numbers, it's about constitutionality.
We took an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of Washington. And this completely flies in the face of both the U.S. and the state constitution.
He's not the only one arguing that. The NRA has also filed suit, pouring their money into Washington to get this overturned. Police Chief Culp says judicial action one way or the other is going to take a while, and that's why he's stepping up. And the attorney representing one of the coalitions that includes the NRA suing the state over this initiative is from right here in Spokane. Speaking with Matthew Albrecht today, he says he's proud to be serving such a broad coalition and hopes to approach this case with equal views of all the amendments, all civil liberties. Some of the portions of that initiative will go into effect this coming January. Others will come into effect July of next year. Reporting live, Hawk Hammer, KXLY4 News.